introduce Mr. Doug Brown. Doug's speech is about 1 week old. He had one ready to go a week ago and had even practiced it a few times. But then something happened. Well, I will let Doug tell you about that. Doug Brown, the moment Doug Brown.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toasties. So, a week ago, Carrie gave a speech about a moment that, and actually her moment was 2 hours and 15 minutes long, but a moment all the same, that caused her to reassess what she was doing with her life. And that speech stayed with me the rest of the day like a piece of gum on the bottom of my shoe. It was like every step I took, hey Doug, hey Doug, hey Doug, reminding me that I needed to do something. And the funny thing was I didn't really know what I was supposed to do until I sat down to dinner that night by myself with a blank sheet of paper, and the words fell out of me like the filling for an emotional soft taco. So I'm going to share with you my moment. As many of you know, I'm the leader of the Denver Uke Community, and this March we had our annual drinking songs meeting, which is always a fun one, a little rowdy, you know. And I was really looking forward to it, so I got there about a half an hour early, and just to make sure that the room was just so. And then about 10 minutes before the meeting was supposed to start, I was really surprised because there were only about 10 people in the room, and we usually get from 35 to 55 people per meeting. So I decided I would go up to the lobby to see what was going on. And as I came up the stairs, I saw the body on the floor. It was surrounded by people giving the aid that they could and people calling the ambulance. It was the body of someone I was just speaking to about the songs that he was going to bring for that meeting, the body of Willis Brigham. Now, in my effort to get out of everybody's way, I went out the front door, and there were 35 people standing around with ukulele cases, wondering what to do. They didn't want to get in anybody's way either. So I took them around through a side door and downstairs to our meeting room. And then the question was, do we have the meeting or do we cancel it? And after talking to some people, I decided that we were going to go ahead and have the meeting. And while it was not one of the more happy-go-lucky meetings that we've had, I feel like everybody had a really good time. Until 3/4 of the way through the meeting, I got the word that Willis had passed away. And that was not an easy bit of information to impart to everybody. But it was nothing compared to trying to figure out what to say to Willis's wife, Connie, that a week later when I called to give our condolences. So the things that struck me about this was, number one, that he passed away doing something that he really enjoyed doing. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and have the meeting. I thought if I had some kind of attack on the way to the youth meeting, I would feel terrible if people didn't get a chance to play because of me. Now, that being said, if I'm ever stricken on the way to a Toastmasters meeting, feel free to carry on without me. So, the second thing I noticed was that life is so fleeting. I'm in kind of an interesting situation in that, being the audio guy here at the church, I end up going to a lot of funerals, but not very often for people that I know. So it allows me to take a more removed view of the proceedings. And the one thing that comes up again and again is, I wish I had more time. So, now what did all of this show me that I needed to change in my life? Well, the number one thing was to be more thankful for the life that I have. Now, I feel pretty blessed. I have a wonderful wife and family. I've got a terrific circle of friends, and I live in a country that allows allows me the freedom to play ukulele every single day. And for that, I wake up every morning and thank God. The second thing is to tell people that I care about them. Now, this is one where I feel like I've really done a good job. Going down the list of contacts in my phone, all of my friends, I feel like they really know how important they are to me. And number 3, of course, is play ukulele every chance I get, and you guys know that I do that. So, fast forward a month to April, and Willis had sent in the classic Aloha Oi to play with us. And I had told Connie that we were going to play that in his honor at the April meeting, which we did, and it sounded excellent. And then Connie got up and told us a story about how much Willis enjoyed playing with us, and how much he looked forward to that meeting every single month, and how it did give her some solace to know that he died doing something that he enjoyed so much. So I thought I'd sum it all up with a poem. Not how did he die, but how did he live. Not what did he gain, but what did he give. These are the units to measure the worth of a man as a man, regardless of birth. Not what was his church or what was his creed, but had he befriended those really in need. Was he ever ready with a word of good cheer to bring back a smile and to banish a tear? Not what did the sketch in the newspaper say, but how many were sorry when he passed away. Willis will certainly be missed. And if this speech should happen to stick to the bottom of your shoe, remember that you don't have to wait for your moment to take stock, make some goals, and take charge of your life. Thank you.
For more information on Lunch Out Loud Toastmasters, please visit our website at www.lunchoutloud.com.